Hi, this is Mr. Hardman. This video is for all of my advisees and their parents. I'm about to run through a bunch of information that I need you to get to start off this school year strong. All right, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is your student's schedule. All students are expected to participate in 2 live Zoom lessons on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, in addition to 2 independent assignments on these days. Wednesdays are reserved for small group help and office hours, as well as social and support time in advisories and Zoom Fest. Each student was given the opportunity to select his or her own class schedule. All class schedules will be released this week. So to clear that up, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, your child would have 2 live classes and 2 independent assignments. On Wednesdays, they will have advisory, they will have Zoom Fest, and they also have office hours if they need help. Student login information. So student login information is the exact same as it was at primary. So when you are logging onto Google Classroom and when you're logging onto your email, you're using the same 2028 first name, last name at kipchicago.org, which you're saying KIP1234 password that you would have used at KIP primary. If your student does not remember her or his login information, please contact me if you do not. All right, next up is attendance. So we know back in the spring when COVID-19 first hit, we were in the middle of a pandemic and we were all kind of in survival mode. There were a lot of different obstacles that led to us having really low attendance. Coming this fall, we have an entire plan in place and all the supports in place for attendance to actually be high, because in the fall for this school year, attendance will count. Students will be marked present or absent every day in each of their classes. Students who do not attend live class meetings scheduled for a given day and who do not complete coursework assignments remotely will be marked absent for the day. So this is the attendance key. Present for remote, that means you attended Zoom class if offered and completed assignment. Academic contact, that means you did not attend Zoom class, but you did complete the assignment. And then lastly is absent, did not submit work. That is, did not attend live Zoom class and did not complete the assignment. If your KIPster must be absent, so if there is some crazy emergency that means that they can't open their Chromebook, log on, and join their class from home, we ask that you proactively communicate with our school personnel, specifically me. Each time a student misses a class, please expect a follow-up phone call from me. Students will be receiving grades for both their live and independent class material. I'm going to repeat that again because it's super important. Students will be receiving grades for both their live and independent class material. We expect that families will partner with CAM staff to help create a plan to support their KIPster in making up any missed work. Collaboratively, planning ensures your student does not fall behind in coursework and that academic grades are not negatively impacted. We need our KIPsters to learn. We need our KIPsters to have high grades. All right, next up, so let's look at how grades are going to be broken down. Each week, your KIPster will be getting 3 different grades. And they break it down to these categories. We have the classwork for live days, practice for independent days, and then mastery. So classwork. This is a grade is used to assess students completing work during Zoom calls and submitting exit tickets. So 50 means no show and does not make up. A 75 if there's low effort to follow along and engage and does not submit exit ticket. We have a 90 for does not attend Zoom but submits high quality work. And then we have 100, meaning they were engaged in live class and work was completed. Then practice. Assignments are credited for completion, not mastery. Feedback on accuracy of work is expected. So again, student would get a 50 if they do not submit it or if it's blank when they submit it. They get 75 for partially completed or did not follow assignment directions. They get a 90 if it's complete, a 100 if it's complete and it shows mastery. And then lastly, we have our mastery grade, which is for our assessments. This is when specified assignments and or assessments that measure student mastery of the content are graded for accuracy. Teacher feedback and revision is expected. So each one of these will be 1 per week, or 1 per 2 weeks. And then points per grade, 50 to 100 points for classwork, 0 to 100 points for practice, and 50 to 100 points for mastery. Classwork is worth 30% of your grade, practice is worth 30% of your grade, and then mastery assignments is worth 40% of your grade. I want to pause for a moment to take a look at the different technology platforms we'll be using. So the first one I want to look at is, of course, Google Classroom. Your student will receive an invite from every teacher in 5th grade for them to join the Google Classroom. So let me just give you a quick look at how mine looks. So this is for my class, CAMS 5th grade ELA Hartman. So here's my stream. And you know I'm on a stream because I see stream right here. This is where I will post all of my morning announcements telling the Kipster what day it is and what assignment they need to do. And then also Kipster's class schedule or agenda will be posted every single day. When I click on classwork, this is where I'm going to go to actually complete my classwork. So you can see each one, there's a topic for each day of the week. And then there's an ELA materials tab for each one. When I click on this, there will be a message on what needs to be done. And then there will also be a link to either the Zoom call for live days or a link to Kami for independent days. So on days that we are live, Kipsters will open up their assignment, go to the day, click on the Zoom link, and it will open up Zoom. When Zoom starts, I'm just going to open it up as if I'm actually logging on. When logging up, this is where all of the Kipsters pictures will pop up. And what we need Kipster to do is actually resize this. So I'm going to grab the edge of it, resize it so it only takes up about half of the screen. In the chat, so this area here, whenever we're on Zoom, I will drop the link to a Nearpod assignment. Kipsters will click it and it will take it to the Nearpod lesson for the day. The Nearpod lesson looks like this. So here, Kipsters will be able to follow along with their teacher, doing classwork, checking work, and learning through videos, through live instruction, and through different activities by clicking through on Nearpod. So that is on live days. On independent practice days, they will click on a link and it's going to take them to something called Kami. Kami looks like this. So on Kami, everything is actually exactly like it would be if they were actually in school. Like this is an actual packet that I would hand out to them for them to do. There's the please do now. We're going to have a vocabulary. We have notes. Then we have actual classwork and practice for them to do, and also ending with some writing. So I need to point out 2 things for you. First off, we have things to my right and I have things to my left. I'm going to look at the right first. On the right, we see videos. This is an independent lesson. And I can zoom into this video. No matter what. And zoom out of this video. Perfect. There are also audio clips. First question. Kimmy came home late from soccer practice and she was really tired. And then there are also comments. Practice perfect. Make sure you are following the steps and filling out the graphic organizer. These 3 things teachers will provide on the right margins in order to help students guide their way through classwork every independent practice. So essentially, even though it's independent practice, these videos, audios, and comments kind of make it as if the teacher is right there working with their student. So as a student, how do I actually fill this classwork out? When I look to my left, there are various tools that the student can use to mark up this classwork. So let's say I want to fill in this box here. I'm going to click on a text. I'm going to make sure I want this blue. And then wherever I click on the classwork, a little box will pop up. I can resize it, I can move it, And most importantly, I can type in it. Another tool that we're going to use a lot is the Shapes tool. Let's say I think this answer is A, responsible. I'm going to click on Shapes, click on Insert Ellipses. I'm going to hold down on my touchpad, and I'm going to draw a circle right there around the answer. The other tool we're going to use a lot of is the markup tool. So let's say I want to highlight and underline in the text. So I'm going to click Markup, then I'm going to click Text Highlighter. I think this first sentence is important, so I'm going to highlight it to make an annotation. Boom, and there it goes. It's highlighted. Let's say I want to underline a sentence. I'm going to click Underline, and I'm going to highlight what I want to underline. Let's say I want to strike through some answer choices. I'm going to click Strike Through, make sure I pick a dark color, and I want to cross out hard work. I'm going to underline it, and boom, it struck through. Last tool I want to talk about is the eraser. Let's say I don't want any of this. I want to start over. I'm going to click Eraser. I'm going to click All Annotations, and then I'm just going to click what annotations I want to be erased. All right, so that was Google Classroom, Nearpod, Zoom, and Kami, the different tools we're going to be using this school year. All right, jumping back into the presentation. I have a few more notes to give you. First things first, communication. So there are going to be various ways that CAMS is going to communicate with you throughout the week, and you must stay on top of it just so you can know the ins and outs of everything that is going on. This is super important considering we're not going to be able to see each other face to face with kids for quite some time, so we need to find a way to effectively communicate and communicate often. First way is progress reports. You will receive a weekly progress report for your KIPSter via email on Monday. This will outline their attendance and work completion for the previous week. Text messages. Mr. Hartman, your child's teacher, me, will text each Monday and Thursday to check in with your family to ensure all needs for the week are met and that the family is updated on attendance and work completion. Friday newsletter. A school-wide newsletter will be emailed to all families with important information and updates. Please check your email regularly and be on the lookout for these updates. And then lastly, social media. If you are someone who uses Facebook or Instagram, we will continue to make announcements on our Facebook and Instagram accounts. So be sure to follow @KippaSend for the most up-to-date information. All right, remote commitment to excellence. So this year, because we are going to be remote, our commitment to excellence will also be remote. And I'm going to send you the link to the commitment to excellence so that you are able to sign for attendance, work completion, and communication. But I want to read through our different understandings and what we are committing to as an online community. First, attendance. I understand KippaSend's remote attendance policy and will do my best to ensure my KIPSter attends live Zoom classes daily. In the event of an emergency, I will proactively reach out to my KIPSter's teacher to make arrangements for my child's remote absence. I understand that continuous and repeated absences will negatively impact my child's grades and jeopardize my child's promotion. Next bucket, work completion. I understand KippaSend's remote work completion policy and will do my best to ensure my KIPSter completes required assignments each day. I understand continuously missing assignments will have a negative impact on my child's grades as well as cause my child to miss out on critical learning and practice needed to be ready for the next grade. Last bucket is communication. I understand KippaSend's remote learning communication policy. I will commit to communicating with my child's teachers, reading the weekly newsletter and progress report, and attending any scheduled meetings or phone conferences. All right, this is a note on supply pickup for kids with their own tech. On this Thursday from 1 to 4, students with the last names that start with A through M who are not receiving tech can go pick up at CAMS. On Friday, the 21st, from 1 to 4, students with the last name starting with N through Z who are not receiving tech can pick things up. All right, So that's a lot of information. This is what I need from you. After you watch this video, I need you to open the link to the commitment to excellence that I'm also texting you, and I need you to sign it. Once you have watched this video and once you have signed the commitment to excellence, please text me so that I can mark it off and also so I can leave you alone. And then lastly, if you have any questions on the information I just gave you or anything else about this upcoming school year, which is starting next Monday, August 24th, please reach out to me. Thank you. Have a good day.